Hello everyone, and especially those of you who are preparing for the Michigan 2016 All State Audition. My name is Mingzhe Wang, and I am one of the clarinet professors here at Michigan State University College of Music. In this video, I'll offer you a quick tutorial on the All State repertoire. Following the tutorial, there will be a demonstration of the excerpts. I hope that you'll find this video helpful in preparation for your All State audition. If you are preparing for the bass clarinet, be sure to check out the bass clarinet video as well. If you have any additional questions, or if you want to learn more about clarinet studies here at MSU, don't hesitate to contact us. The two prepared excerpts are both from Rose 32 Etudes. One is fast, one is slow and lyrical. Let's start with number 17. This is a very lyrical one. The main goal here is to play with a beautiful legato, especially in the upper clarion register. Don't play this one too fast. Make sure that you identify the character of the piece and play it in a calm and lyrical manner. Also make sure you have plenty of air to support your phrases. When you play the left-hand clarion register, be sure to have plenty of reed inside your mouth in order to achieve a full and resonant tone. Use your hands to lift up your clarinet to avoid resting your instrument and reed on your lower lip, which will restrict the vibration and result in a pinched tone. Equally important to remember is when you come down from the high D in the altissimo register to C or lower clarion notes, keep in mind that these notes require more room to vibrate, so prepare them while you are already holding the D. Finally, when you articulate, make sure your tongue does not interrupt your air. Try to focus on your finger movements instead of your tonguing, and follow your fingers with your tongue. Your fingers have to move precisely in order for your articulated passages to sound good. And also make sure that you don't tongue too harshly. Like that. Now, let's talk a bit about number 24. This one is about tonguing, and let's be honest, there are also two measures that are really hard. This one surely has a very energetic character, so try to play it with lots of life and be more outgoing. As I mentioned about the previous excerpt, when you tongue, make sure you don't interrupt your air with your tongue movements. Support it with lots of air, and don't try too hard to produce super short staccato notes. The speed itself will take care of that. If the notes are too short, they tend to sound too dry. So I often encourage my students to not play like this. Instead, like this. Now let's talk about these two bars that are really difficult, namely measures 6 and 7. Like all difficult passages, we realize often there are only one or two notes that are actually giving us trouble. So if you look at this passage carefully, you realize that all the notes before the troublemaker G flat are actually not too bad. And then the notes after G flat are not that bad either. So essentially, when you practice, you can sort of separate them and think of them as two units, and so that you can actually focus on the G flat more. Therefore, I encourage you to practice taking a breath, only doing practice, of course, before the G flat. And then when you do this for a while and you feel more comfortable, then you can play them all at once without interruption. And that way you have trained your brain to focus more on the G flat, and so that you know what to do when all these notes are sort of seems mushed all together. Also helpful for us clarinet players, and probably for all woodwind players, is practice different rhythmic patterns. And I think dotted rhythm is the best. You could play the regular long short dotted rhythm, or you could play it short long.